Hi guys, today I'm going to film for you my August favourites, which is nearly the end of August, which means we are nearly in September, which is my favourite month. But less about that because I feel like I talk about that every single month. And this month, I haven't really tried a lot of new stuff. I haven't really found a lot of new favourites. I've stuck with a lot of tried and tested things that I've liked for a really long time. I've had a few weekends away, so I didn't want to try anything new there. And kind of just really stuck to the things that I knew that I liked. The things that I have been trying, I'm kind of on the fence about. So I have a couple of favourites for you, but I've also decided to stick in at the end, which you will see, some not so favourites. So some things that I've picked up this month and I've been really disappointed by. But I'm going to kick it off with something I know I've mentioned before, and it's the Stafford Bleach Blondes purple shampoo. This is the most amazing purple shampoo that I've ever used. So it's basically the one that tries to knock out the brassy tones from your hair. It's kind of lavender tone, slightly pink, will never leave your hair that kind of blue icy toned blue icy toned blonde is what I'm trying to say. It's more of a kind of a softer neutral blonde, and I just absolutely love it. I cannot get enough of it. I know I've already bored you to tears about this, so I'm not going to go on and on, but seriously, if you are blonde, you have to try this. And they also have the little hot shots. I'm meeting my friend Kaz, who's BNT blogger here on YouTube, this evening for tea, and I'm going to go and take her one of the hot shots to try because she's quite newly blonde. She's been on a journey. I'll link her below because she was very, very dark haired. Naturally, she's very, very dark haired, but over time, people who do have naturally quite dark hair tend to go grey earlier. Please tell me if this is true, if you've got kind of naturally almost black hair. And so she would have loved to be blonde when she was younger, but obviously she's not old. She's like, you know, I say she's not old, but she's my age. Wait a minute, I've got a phone call. Hello? That was my brother asking if I would film him doing the ice bucket challenge. Okay, moving on. So my friend who's not old, when I say old, I mean when she was younger, when she was like, you know, a teenager or whatever, and she would have liked to be blonde, her roots would have been far too dark for her to want to keep that kind of up, because she'd have had to be going all the time. Otherwise the roots would have been just kind of too much of a contrast is the word I'm looking for, because my hair's quite mousy and my roots come through and they look so dark in contrast to the blonde. So if your hair's actually naturally super dark, then whatever, off on a tangent. So I'm going to see my friend who's finally made it to blonde. It's been months and months and months, and she's kind of, well, I haven't seen it in real life now, but she showed me a picture and it looks really, really blonde now. So I'm going to take her that shot and I'll be really interested to see what she thinks about it, because I just think it's the nicest tone of blonde you can get from, you know, from home, away from the hairdressers. So moving on, love that, definitely try that, but I know that I've bored you by it already. This is kind of representative of all Revolution eyeshadows. I am completely obsessed. I feel like it's the first drugstore or, you know, budget brand of eyeshadows that's really got me, and I am a bit of an eyeshadow snob. Laura mentioned it in a video we filmed together a couple of weeks ago. I'm kind of like, yeah, MUA is good, but, and I can never bring myself to be like, yeah, I will use that on a daily basis when I've actually got something that I prefer. Urban Decay's totally spoiled me for all of the brands. I'm not, even my MAC ones don't get a lot of love, and I keep buying single MAC shadows thinking, oh, I'll get more interested in it if I've got some new ones. There are ones that I've bought and never ever used, which I'm going to try and remedy very, very soon since I've been doing these kind of palette challenges. I'll probably do some with my higher end palettes over on my Spendaholic channel. But another tangent. Revolution eyeshadows are just the most amazing eyeshadows for the money that I've ever tried. This one I've actually used today. This one's called I Heart Makeup, or I Love Makeup, I'm not sure. You're the Best Thing, that's what the palette's called. And it's all neutrals. All these are kind of metallics or shimmery colours, and all of these are mattes. Haven't tried the mattes yet, all but for the kind of creamy neutral colours. I like to blend that out into my brow. I don't like a shimmery brow bone highlight, but I like something that will kind of knock out that line from my crease, because I'm not particularly good at blending. But I love them so much. I would definitely recommend them, and if you have a particular palette that you recommend that I try, please let me know. But I have already filmed a 4 looks one palette with the Selfie palette, which is very small, condensed. I hold it like it's here with me now, and it's not. A small condensed kind of neutral palette that I think you will really like when I show you that one. 17 Dolled Up Mascara has been a recent rediscovery. Completely in love with this. It really does curl my lashes. I'm never kind of massively into mascaras. I like a lot of the L'Oreal Volume Million, that whole range I love. The So Couture one is a bit weird. The brush is a little bit odd. It's kind of like a half and half brush. I'll show you it probably in a review of its own because it's so different to the other ones. And has anyone tried the So Couture, the purple, the new L'Oreal Volume whatever? I'm sure it smells like chocolate. I haven't read any other reviews or anything of it yet or seen it mentioned, but seriously, it smells so much like chocolate to me, and it almost makes my eyes water. And I don't have sensitive eyes at all, but I can't imagine that if you do, that strong a scent, chocolate or not, maybe that's just me interpreting it as chocolate, but I can't imagine that that would be very good if you had sensitive eyes. But I'd be really interested to know if you've noticed that, if you've tried it. But the Dolled Up, it's up to 24-hour curl. Never even realised it was supposed to curl your lashes, and I've been wearing it for maybe the last month, and I was wearing it yesterday. I've literally just come back from a few days away, and it was a really, really long car journey home, and I thought my eye makeup must look terrible. I looked in the mirror in the car, and it was, you know, smeared and whatever, but my eyelashes just seemed to be curled, and I was just, what's that all about? Like, I didn't really notice that they were curling. Generally when I put my mascara in the morning, it looks great, and then they just kind of droop and whatever. But it is supposed to curl your lashes, and it obviously does. So really, really impressed with it. Again, would definitely recommend it. It's kind of got one of those slightly curved wands or brushes, whatever, and it's a spiky one, so if you don't like that, you won't like this. But yeah, really inexpensive as well. Love that. The last thing I'm going to mention, favourites-wise, is this bag. I did do kind of a mini review of this. Anything I've mentioned that has a review or whatever, I'll link below as always. But this is a makeup bag from Oliver Bonas. Bonas? I don't know. And I've already got makeup on it, but I'm sure I can throw it in the washing machine and it'll be fine. But I absolutely am completely in love with it. New this month. I bought it, I think pretty much the beginning of the month, I forget, or in the middle of the month, I don't know. But what I really like about it is it looks like a tiny bag, and it fits all of my makeup and some of my toiletries in it if I'm quite stringent with what I'm actually taking. But it's kind of got a frame to it, so it's like a doctor's bag in that it's got a frame. And so you can actually sit it on the counter with everything unzipped, on display, little pockets in there, and just sit it so you can actually see inside the bag. It's just such a small detail, but I think it just makes it so much more user-friendly, because most makeup bags, seriously, I need to be taken outside and shot today. I'm really not on form. Most makeup bags are kind of like this, and you've got to be like looking around inside and take everything out, or maybe even take everything out and put it on the side to see what's in it. This is just really good for travel, I think, really handy, and it's a nice little feature. Plus everything on the inside is waterproof, so it's not going to leak into your bag if you've got kind of liquid products and perfumes, etc. So that is everything that I've been loving this month, everything I've really enjoyed using. I have two products that I bought quite recently in my last haul that I'm just so massively disappointed with. Is it the right one? Yes it is, because I have two of these. Okay, first of all, Aussie Miracle Dry Shampoo Mega Instant. In that haul, so many people said to me, you're not going to like it, it's terrible. And I just thought, how terrible can a dry shampoo be? It kind of works or it doesn't work. But it's not as simple as that. It just feels sticky and horrible. It makes my hair, I had near enough clean hair when I tested it out one day, and my hair looked awful after using it. I shake it up straight away, I haven't left it somewhere weird. It was basically brand new, and I shook it up and used it, and nothing comes out. There's no powder. I should have known, because in the haul I kind of sprayed it on my hand. To smell it, it smells nice, but if you look at my hand is wet. There's no powder, there's no residue to speak of. How is it a dry shampoo if it's wet? I don't understand how this works. And lots of people said that it separates and all that, so I would be tempted to buy a little can and see whether or not it's just this one or whatever, because I know that that's happened with some of my Batiste, that it's separated and gone funny. But this is a brand new can, so I'm really irritated about that. I might even email them and ask them whether it might be slightly off or whatever, because it just seems so pointless. So let me know if you've tried this, and if you like it, don't like it, whatever. If I do email them, I will let you know what they say, if they respond. The other thing that I've been really disappointed with was the Glam Matte from L'Oreal, and this is the Intense Matte Gloss. First of all, you can't have a matte gloss, you just can't. It's no different to any other gloss. It's kind of like the Rimmel Apocalypse. It's very, very thick liquid gloss, like a liquid lipstick gloss. It's nothing special, and the fact that they've called it a matte gloss is just a gimmick. It's really irritated me that they've called it a matte gloss, because it makes no sense. It's no special anything. It's just a gloss, very opaque, liquid lipstick style gloss. But it is the most horrendous thing for bleeding. Now, I don't like the Apocalypse for the same reason. I find it to be too thick, and it does bleed into the kind of creases that you get in your mouth. But this is even worse. I had no idea. I had it on, we had some friends coming around, some family, and I came upstairs, or I went upstairs and did something, looked in the mirror and was like, oh my god, my mouth had like doubled in size and looked a bit fuzzy and horrible. And then it stained. So I was trying to get it off and I looked just like I had chapped lips because I'd taken it all off, tried to put something else over the top of it that wasn't as awful, and it was just really, really terrible. So I would love to know if I'm the only one that suffered that kind of problem, because if I wear a normal, very, very bright lipstick, I never wear lip liner. Very occasionally, just for kind of shape, I might. But I don't have to. I never suffer with any kind of bleeding at all, unless it's with these kind of liquid lipsticks. And this is the worst. And I actually have another one that was sent to me, another colour, that I will be trying and seeing whether or not it's just kind of like hit and miss, if it's a consistent problem or not. But yeah, watch this space, because if it is, I cannot understand who's going to like this. But then everyone likes the Rimmel Apocalypse, and that's just a me issue, so who knows. Last two things I want to mention that I've really enjoyed, or three things that I've really enjoyed this month that would definitely count as favourites. Number one, True Blood. Now, no spoilers please, we have watched 6 seasons in a month. You may remember this time last month I was mentioning True Blood, just briefly I mentioned True Blood right at the very end, and I mentioned some other TV programmes we were watching at all, as well rather. Now, we haven't watched anything but True Blood for a month because we discovered halfway through the month, and maybe halfway through those 6 seasons, that Sky On Demand, which is where we were watching it, was losing the True Blood season 1 to 6 at the end of this month. So we were like, we have to watch all of it before the end of the month. Totally nothing like anything I would normally watch. So if it's not your kind of thing, seriously, just try it, because I'm not into vampires, I'm not into it. It seems so teen at first, but it's HBO and it's kind of like Twilight for adults, is what I would kind of spin it as. Really interesting. It's got some really clever kind of like racial undertones, you know, like of the Deep South and the, I don't know, it's very, very clever. If you watch a few episodes, I think you will be hooked. But yeah, I'm going to be devastated when it's over. So that's TV. Music-wise, I'm so excited for Taylor Swift's new album. I know I'm like way too old for listening to Taylor Swift, but I just love her. She's so teeny boppy and I love it. But her new song, Shake It Off, I've been listening to on repeat, much to the despair of Lee, who hates Taylor Swift. But I absolutely love that, and her new album I think comes out next month, and I have that on pre-order on iTunes. Just excited, just a little bit of general excitement about that. And the last person I want to mention is Ms. Gold Girl, who was the person who inspired my last video, which was the favourites video. If you watched that, don't worry, it's not going to take over my favourites that I'm doing right now. It's an additional video. So if you guys like that format, which I really do, and it was a bit of a hit and miss kind of all over the place video, I definitely will do better next time. And hopefully I'll have some of the products that I didn't have in the previous video to actually show you. So I want to at least be able to show you each of the products as I talk about them. But she inspired that video. I really enjoy her videos that she makes in that format, as well as all of her other videos. It's very mixed, her kind of content. She does a lot of kind of favourites, she does a lot of vlog type videos. She does a vlog every week and she vlogs a little bit every day. So she really only vlogs when she thinks that there's something decent to vlog. She doesn't vlog for the sake of vlogging, which as a vlogger, I do have a vlog channel, and sometimes you do kind of feel like, I haven't vlogged today, and if you're doing a daily vlog, it really kind of puts the pressure on to find something interesting to talk about. Whereas I find her life so far removed from my life, in a different country, a different budget, everything's so different, that I really enjoy watching her, as well as all the other videos that she makes. I just think there's something for everyone, so definitely go and check her out. I will link her below. I will probably mention her many more times in the coming months, so just follow her now so you know who I'm talking about. And that's it. That's everything for this month. It's everything that is kind of standout that I wanted to talk about, whether it be good or bad, mostly good. And now I'm going to go and watch some Twilight, edit this video, and hopefully put together some more that have been on my list to make. I'm also going to be doing some collection videos over on my Spendaholic channel that have been highly requested, like bags and shoes, etc. So if you're interested in that, go and check that link out below. But otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope that you are enjoying what is left of August or September as much as I no doubt am.